Welcome to the G2E Asia update. I'm Roger Gros, the publisher of Global Gaming Business, and with me is Susan Macke, the Chief Marketing Officer for IGT, the world's largest slot company. Nice to see you here, Susan.
Thanks for having me.
This is your first time in Macau, correct?
It is.
The impression, what do you think of the city?
It's been so interesting to read every month what's happening in this market, so it's been really great to be here and see it firsthand.
Great. I just have a couple of questions for you. Let's start with the slot market in Asia. Obviously, it's not as big as the United States or some of the other countries, but it is growing. What's the IGT's impression of where the slot market is going?
So we've looked at the same data. This is from 2005 to currently. The slots in Macau have grown 420%. Singapore is opening and caps on the resorts that are there, but we're really optimistic about where those can go. Singapore looks to be closer to the market that happens in Las Vegas on slots, but we're doing some research now to understand what motivates the players in Macau and in Singapore. And what's different too about these regions is that there are a lot of tourists that come to play. So in Singapore, it's a third Singaporeans, and the rest are, another third is expats who are living there, and then the others are coming from Indonesia and Malaysia. So what does that mean differently about the players for us? And the same is true in Macau. What do we learn differently about people who are coming as day trippers? So what appeals to them? How do we get the right placement on the floor? How do we get the right games, the right titles? So we have Western themes, we have some localized themes, and we'll do more research over the next few months to understand how to drive more interest and more fun for the players.
Well, what's your impression of where the slot machines are located? You know, in some cases they're way back in the corner, and they're kind of hard to find. Would you obviously
and they're big floors, aren't
they?
They
are.
So,
they're huge.
Sure. So we always like to have a lot better positioning, and we'll continue to work on that. But it's very important for us to understand the player needs.
Sure. Will you market the products any differently in Asia than you do in the rest of the world?
I think that you'll see us market all the products differently. Really take a focus on the operator. How do we help them? And it's a lot too of understanding who is the player and how do we address them through the operator. Right,
no question about it. One of the things that's always been on the edge of everybody's mind in this country and this part of the world as well as in the U.S. is server-based gaming. You know, there's a lot of preconceived notions and perceptions that we have in the U.S. that they don't have here because it's such a small market and it's growing quickly. Do you think the acceptance of server-based gaming will happen more quickly here than in other parts of the world?
I don't know if it happens more quickly. There's certainly an opportunity that it's newer and how to start with that. I think server-based gaming we can position quite well, that it raises the level of experience and the connection between the casino management and the player. Those are important attributes. We've got on the floor today a lot of new features coming in SBX, which are been very well received. So we'll continue to work with the operators. We think it's a very good market for the network systems, and optimistic about how we can do that.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us on the G2E Asia update. And if you want to see more about what's happened at G2E Asia, stay tuned to the G2E Asia update on this channel. This is Roger Gros, the publisher of Global Gaming Business.